Hey everyone, I'm here today to visit the hot DBL restaurant. What's DBL, you ask? Excuse me, one double cheeseburger large, please. Instead of just burgers here, do you know what the DBL is in corporate management? DBL, double bottom line, is a business model pursuing both economic and social values at the same time. For better understanding, let me ask you this. Do you think companies should simply care about making money? In corporate management, the pursuit of profit is natural, but as competition gets fiercer and the industry becomes more sophisticated, a company's influence affects not only the economy, but various other fields such as our society, environment, and culture as well. So these days, making money is not the only important aspect in business models. With this trend, there is a company that wants to make the world a happier place by committing to solving problems that affect overall society, rather than seeking profits for the company itself. Let's say I'm the owner of this burger joint. If I help people in need with the money I earn from selling double cheeseburgers, then it can be counted as a social contribution activity. But DBL considers how to create economic and social value at the same time in every process when making and selling this double cheeseburger. One of the conditions in DBL is this. Although sometimes certain loss is made in economic value, if you believe the social value to be greater, then you should put it into action. Now I've come to the real home of DBL, SK hynix. At SK hynix, there is a department dedicated to the DBL model to make sure it's put into action effectively. This will be easier to understand if we look at a few individual cases. Water is a crucial resource in the semiconductor manufacturing processes. You might think this has nothing to do with water, but when harmful gas is purified, water is very important. But securing water and treating wastewater pose challenges. SK hynix thought long and hard on how to reduce water usage, and came up with a water-free scrubber. It is a system where a metal block is installed in a scrubber, and by circulating coolant in the metal block, the cooling is done indirectly. Changing the way of thinking was simple. Taking a perspective of saving water, we reviewed the existing processes and then introduced a new solution. As a result, SK hynix became able to reduce the amount of wastewater by 79,000 tons per day. In addition, an annual cost of 54 billion Korean won was reduced. 79,000 tons is equivalent to the amount of water a city of 240,000 people use per day. Isn't that amazing? Everyone, what should we do when we face a problem that can't be solved alone? If we work together, it'll be easier to solve it faster and more efficiently. On the 1st of July, SK hynix established an Eco Alliance with 30 of its suppliers to build an eco-friendly semiconductor ecosystem.
We believe that more environmental problems can be solved if more companies, not only SK hynix, come together to make joint efforts. This is why the Eco Alliance was launched.
By seeking ways to solve problems together and sharing our innovative technologies with one another to discover new business models, these companies will actively lead the way in solving environmental problems. Furthermore, by quantifying the social value created by the Eco Alliance and expanding the participating suppliers, it aims to create a virtuous circle where major environmental problems can be solved. This is one of the representative cases showing the strong will of SK hynix to enhance its competitiveness through strengthening the semiconductor ecosystem while solving social problems at the same time. Now, this case is about SK hynix affiliate, Happy More. Happy More is a standardized workplace for people with disabilities, actively dealing with employment issues people with disabilities often come across.
Happy More is a place where dust-free clean room garments using SK hynix are cleaned and distributed. It is also a place where 194 disabled people, which accounts for 80% of our total employees, are working happily.
Happy More has been committing itself to the successful settlement of the business through making improvements to the working environment according to its employees' different disabilities and through providing non-occupational self-supporting programs. As a result, the company was able to hire 194 people, more than originally planned. As well as going beyond its targeted supply, the company achieved a visible result of 4.8 billion Korean won in 2018. But above all, I think the best result is the greater happiness of Happy More's numerous employees. This is just the beginning of Happy More. From a bakery and pastry business, it plans to expand its business to the establishment of a smart farm, which elevates expectations to new heights. World-famous IT companies like Google, Apple, and Amazon. Did you know that they all started in a garage? And here, there are other people who believe in this garage dream. This is Hi Garage. SK hynix in-house venture incubation program. Through semiconductor technology, which is SK hynix's expertise, Hi Garage aims to reinforce the semiconductor ecosystem and resolve social problems, solving two problems at once. One of its representative projects is a localization of chiller equipment used in testing processes. This chiller equipment is used to create an extremely low temperature environment required for semiconductor tests.
I'm currently carrying out research and development on the localization of the chiller for test processes. After a lot of trial and error, we were able to successfully develop this equipment, and now we are delivering this technology to domestic suppliers.
It used to be one of the most difficult fields for Korean domestic equipment manufacturers to enter due to a lack of technological prowess, but now, by succeeding in localization and delivering this technology to suppliers, it is making efforts to strengthen the domestic semiconductor ecosystem. It is also planning to work with refrigerating device manufacturers so that local residents can buy obsolete chiller equipment at a low price. So, it can reduce the disposal cost of chiller equipment and preserve the environment while contributing to the regional economy as well. It truly is an exemplary case of DBL. What do you think? After looking into multiple cases of DBL, do you have a better understanding of the concept of DBL? What became clearer through SK hynix DBL is that a company's pursuit of social value is not about merely returning its profit to the society anymore, but it's more like a new business model. If you're still not too sure, please remember this one thing: SK hynix is always working toward a happier world.